Hey everybody, it's Michael Termini with the Game House, and today I'm joined by EG Inspired after a win versus Dignitas. So I guess we got to talk about the ramifications of that win. So now you have secured first or second, which means you get a bye in playoffs, which is nice. Tomorrow, if you guys lose and then 100 Thieves wins, then there will be a tiebreaker. But regardless, it's nice to have that. So, what are your thoughts on getting this bye and the time that gives you guys to prep?
I think the time for prep, I don't really care, honestly. I feel like playing next week instantly
Mm,
wouldn't really change much. I think maybe having a week off might even be a bit worse because I don't really like the idea of getting week off before playoffs. I think it's kind of weird.
mm,
So that's the part I don't really like about having seed one or two. But I think having seed one will be very beneficial because we don't have to face either 100 Thieves or TL for Worlds. I think we'll play against the winner of CLG Cloud9, which most likely will be Cloud9. I think Cloud9 is easier to beat than the other two teams.
mm.
So yeah, I think it will be very nice if we manage to finish first.
And you'll have a warm up match against them tomorrow, which will be nice
Yeah.
for prep. So right now you are the front runner, it seems, generally speaking, for the MVP candidate. So much so that I somehow won this creepy statue of you for Player of the Week from Mastercard Nexus. So shout out to them. But so like. I guess what are your thoughts on winning MVP possibly? I know it's not confirmed yet, but in two regions, which would be the LEC and the LCS.
Uh, I don't know. That's pretty cool, I guess. But I think MVP, you have to get a good hype from mostly casters. I think casters mostly hype the players up,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes they don't really hype up the right players. I feel like, but I guess I'm happy that they noticed that I play kind of well. I was a bit confused at the first split when people were not really rating me very highly. They were saying that I was like not even top three jungler in the league. That was pretty funny to me, but I didn't really care honestly. But that was just pretty funny. So yeah, I don't really mind getting the MVP, I guess.
Do you think there's a player, because you said that you're not really sure, like it's the people that the casters point out, do you think there's a player that maybe deserves it more than you?
I don't know if deserves more than me. I think if I would get it, I think there wouldn't be many people that would like disagree with it, but I could see some other players getting it. Maybe like Bjergsen. I think Bjergsen is playing pretty well, so I could see maybe Bjergsen getting it. But I think with the hype that I'm getting right now, I think it's probably likely that I will get it over him. But
Mm,
yeah, if I would have to choose someone else, I'd probably choose him.
fair enough. So another thing I want to ask, because you've played essentially two splits, barring playoffs in the LCS. What do you think the overall strength of the LCS versus LEC is through your perspective as a jungler? Do you think hey, the LCS bottom teams are trash in comparison to LEC bottom teams, so that makes the LEC generally higher level, or somewhat something else somewhere in the middle? What is it?
I think LCS is kind of trash, honestly. I think Team Liquid is a good team and 100 Thieves is a decent team,
Uh,
and C9 is hit or miss, but other teams are pretty bad. And compared to LEC teams, I think in LEC like top six is pretty strong, and here there's like top three slash maybe four.
mm,
So yeah, I think LEC is just on the higher level than LCS. Not really like higher level because I think the top teams here are as good as the top teams in EU, but in
mm.
EU there is just more better teams.
That's interesting to hear. So, do you think like the LCS teams that go the Worlds will be able to compete with the LEC teams?
Yeah, I think so because it's only top three that is going. So I think the matchup against EU and A would be pretty close if you count the top three teams.
Awesome, awesome. Getting me excited. I love those matches. But something else I want to ask. You guys are playing from home this weekend. So, not having to drive into the stadium, dealing with the fans, the press, the backstage, all that stuff. Do you find that easier as a competitor?
Yeah, it's for sure easier. You just sit in front of your PC, then at some point you have to join lobby and play the game. So it feels pretty chill. Is it better? I don't know. It feels a bit more comfortable, I guess, because
Mm.
it is the setup that you play every day on. But I don't know. I don't really mind at this point playing in studio or playing online. I think our team is kind of better at playing in the studio. That's what I noticed, but I don't think we care that much, honestly.
All right, final question here. So, if you guys do get the first seed, who do you think is the second best team in the LCS right now, and the one that you personally think has a good chance of meeting you in finals?
I think TL. I think TL is better than 100 Thief. Looking from official games, looking from practice against both teams, I think TL is just a better team. I think Bjergsen is playing very good recently. I think Santorin has been playing better than I expected him to do. And Wipo doesn't have many of games like he had last split. And the bot lane obviously is just very solid. So I think they are like a second best team.
All right. Well, that's all I got, man. Thank you very much for coming on, and check out thegamehouse.com for more LCS interviews.